Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And hoop heads, Knicks fans, you see the orange and blue. We here. We made it to the playoffs. And the Knicks start their playoff run in Cleveland, going up against a young, very talented Cleveland Cavaliers team led by Donovan Mitchell, which that's an added storyline to this matchup, where Donovan Mitchell was supposed to be a Knick this year. And, whatever the discrepancy was, whether it was because they didn't want to trade Barrett, or they didn't want to trade Quentin Grimes, or they didn't want to give up multiple unprotected first-round picks, whatever the case was, they didn't make the deal. Cleveland ends up scooping Mitchell. The Knicks end up being okay, thankfully, because they did make a move for Jalen Brunson, which is one of the best sleeper moves, if not the best sleeper move that has been made in the NBA this whole year. So it's going to be a really good matchup. Usually the 4 and the 5 matchup are usually the best matchups in the first round, because it's teams that are usually separated by within just a couple games or so, and they're evenly matched. The Knicks have to overcome the scoring of Donovan Mitchell and the twin towers that the Cavaliers possess, which is Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Those two guys are the anchors of why the Cleveland Cavaliers, according to analytics, have the best defense in the whole NBA. And it's mainly because of those two guys. You got Alex Okoro on the wing, who's an excellent wing defender. So the Knicks have their handful. But these are the keys that the Knicks need to do. The Knicks need to apply these keys in order to win this series. And the number one thing that the Knicks need to do is they must keep the ball in Brunson's hands in the clutch. For some reason, this team is enamored. The front office, the coaching staff, I don't know if they're enamored or if they fear Julius Randle. There's something there. Something's going on. But they want the ball in Julius Randle's hands. I think they know that he's immature, so they don't want him to blow up. There's some kind of fear or something there, because they rather, you see them 9 times out of 10, the ball ends up in Randle's hands at the end of the game. They need to stop that. For this series, especially with those twin towers, with one of them covering Randle and Randle not being at 100%, the ball needs to go to Jalen Brunson. None of the Randle handle. Don't let him bring the ball up. Knicks fans, I'm telling you, if you see him bring the ball up, we're in trouble. And it'll be again that fear. They fear this guy. But no, get on your game, Tom Thibodeau. Put your foot down. Make sure the ball goes to Jalen Brunson. And if they don't give the ball to Brunson, bench whoever doesn't give it to him. Straight up. Bench whoever doesn't give the ball to Brunson. Let Brunson orchestrate and create openings by breaking the defense down and creating openings in the perimeter. Now, that leads me to my next key to victory: the perimeter shot. The Knicks must hit these perimeter threes, because points in the paint are not going to be easy with these twin towers in Mobley and Jared Allen. The points are not going to be easy in the paint. So the key is to have Jalen Brunson break down the defense, kick out, extra pass, open jump shot Quentin Grimes, open jump shot RJ Barrett, open three-pointer Julius Randle. But they need to be in position. Randle, stretch that floor out, stay out in the perimeter, let Jalen Brunson cook, let him serve. And then, after breaking down the defense, couple extra passes, wide open shot. The perimeter shot is going to be key in this series, because the middle is going to be clogged with those two giants. The next key is going to be one of the absolute most crucial things in this entire series, and that is going to be Mitch Robinson staying out of foul trouble. Mitchell Robinson needs to stay out of foul trouble, because that has been the number one thing that has plagued him his entire NBA career. He is constantly, if he's not injured, he's always in foul trouble. And he is such a difference maker. Him and Julius Randle, I believe, are in the top 5. They might be even as high as number 2 in combo rebounding between center and power forward. Combination rebounding from their big men. They're in the top 2, I think, in rebounds. So that combination is crucial, vital. Just like they have Jared Allen, that's a rim protector, shot blocker. Even just his presence alone causes players to hesitate and might throw an extra fake or have to, like, angle themselves differently in order to try to avoid Allen just because of his presence and the fact that he may block the shot. Mitch Robinson provides that same exact identity, but for the New York Knicks. So he needs to stay on the floor, avoid the foul trouble, don't be over physical, because he too can have that type of presence and impact on Darius Garland. He could have that effect on Donovan Mitchell, on their guards that tried to come in and score, Karis LeVert. So it will be paramount. It's of paramount importance that Mitch Robinson does not get in foul trouble. And those, I think, are the 3 major keys. Keep the ball in Brunson's hands, especially in the clutch, in the last few minutes of the game. Keep the ball in Brunson's hand. Do not let Randle orchestrate the offense, dribbling. Let it all go through Brunson. Number 2, perimeter shots, the extra passing. And number 3, Mitch Robinson must stay on the floor if we're going to have a chance. Another thing I've heard is RJ Barrett. This is a big series for RJ. He's under the microscope. Pump your brakes, man. Don't let false narrative and half understanding Knicks fans that never play ball or really don't understand the game of basketball, don't let them pump this narrative that RJ Barrett's in trouble. Yo, listen, man. RJ Barrett has played 3 years in the league and has given you 3 good years. He gave you 2 very good years. This year, which is his decline year, where people say he's slumping or whatever, the guy is still averaging 20 points. There's not too many third options around the league that score 20 points. Amongst the best of those third options in the league score 20 points, and that's what RJ Barrett gives you, 20 points. So if he's slumping, then so is Drew Holiday, who averages 20 points. So, yeah, you missed me with all of that noise, man. RJ Barrett does, however, need to step up this series. This one's on him, man. He needs to step up. Just like how he played in that game against Boston, that Sunday night, where he came out focused, that focused RJ from like Duke. We need that. We need that Duke University focused RJ, because he's going to be a key factor. Because if the Knicks run the offense through Jalen Brunson in the clutch, and dribble penetrates and breaks down the defense, RJ's going to have a lot of open shots. So is Quentin Grimes and Josh Hart. They're going to have a lot of open shots. So we're going to need production from the outside, from the perimeter, from RJ and all the other guys. Don't make it just an RJ thing, because Hart and Grimes and all these other guys have to produce too, you know. But yeah, that's my keys to victory. Let me know what y'all think. If the Knicks have a chance, if you think the Knicks have no chance, and what are the keys for the Knicks to win this series? I'm Wise for Wise Media. Peace.